guys, welcome to the Jenga's family, aka the K5 family. I am so excited that we are literally bringing along our pregnancy vlog. And today, as you can see by the title, I'm here to do like a Q&A and a little update on how this pregnancy is taking me. We are getting so big, as you can see. We're like literally in the second trimester, so I felt like I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my first trimester. And yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to join the family. So I have a few questions that I wrote here. What made me test that I was pregnant? So I had just traveled from Kenya. I found out I was pregnant, I think September 12th. I had left Kenya August 30th. So it was probably a week after I came back to the United States. But during that entire week, I felt so pregnant. I literally had two dreams that I was pregnant, and it was on 2 days consistently. So I knew like this was God talking to me, and I knew something was really up. So I texted and I called Habi, and I was like, babe, we need to talk about something. I think I'm pregnant. And babe was like, because our pregnancy journey, this is our first pregnancy, but they have been something deep that I was struggling with my health. It wasn't necessarily like my, that health, but it was my mental health. There was a really big fear that I had going on in my life. And so I was trying to navigate myself coming out of that. So when I told Habi what I thought, and he was like, babe, just go test. And it's okay if you're pregnant, and it's also okay if you're not. We shouldn't like put a lot of pressure on ourselves. When the time is right, God will make it happen. So my first sign was a dream. My second sign was I was very out of breath, and I was kind of very tired. Honestly, I really knew that God was telling me something. And even if I knew it was not like pregnancy of me carrying a child, I knew God was preparing me to enter into an atmosphere of being pregnant. It's like a waiting season of something in my life. I knew it was the two. Symptoms I experienced in my first trimester. I was very tired, very sleepy. I had zero appetite. I actually lost weight in my first trimester. Food, I never wanted to see food. I wondered why people eat food. But the good thing is I could stay on liquids, so I drank a lot of water. I would take smoothies, milkshakes, and I would also take yogurt. I wanted nothing to do with tomatoes. Like if you cooked food with tomatoes, that was not my thing. Very horrible for me. I hated every part of it. I had a little bit of nausea, but if I ate a lemon or the lemon juice, it was purely gone. That was my remedy for my first trimester. So I can rate on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say my first trimester was a 7. It wasn't bad. Number 3, navigating pregnancy while in long distance. So this one has been like kind of the one that has been, a little bit challenging. Being that when you're pregnant, you definitely want your spouse here, love on each other and experience all that goodness together, but that is something that we couldn't do. We had to share it on the phone. Honestly, I look at the positive aspect of life, because there's always negative and positive, but the positive is God blessed us with a wonderful child, and he had a reason why he did that. And so he knew my husband was far away, and he knew everything. There was nothing that was a surprise to him. And so for me, I give myself courage with that. Nothing was a surprise to God. And definitely it was a surprise to us to get pregnant, and we are far away from each other, but we are enjoying what God has put together, because at the end of the day, even what looks hard, God puts it together for our good. Obviously, we share a lot of things on the phone. He's very supportive, and I've come to learn that support necessarily is not physical. It can be emotional support. It can be, for me, the biggest one that I love is just a spiritual support, like a man that is praying for me, covering this baby. Lastly, I think we are going to appreciate when we become pregnant again and we are physically together. And I think we are going to appreciate more, and we are going to be grateful that we have both tasted pregnancy away from each other, and in two different countries and pregnancy together. Prenatals I started taking, honestly, going to tell you, I've had like the worst experience. I don't know why, but I did. I started taking these prenatals. They're like the big pills. That was the worst decision that I ever made. This one, it made me so nauseous. The gummies have been working for me. They're super nice. They just have to chew and chew. Cravings in my first trimester. I wasn't a big craver as well in my first trimester. Yeah, I'm super favored by God, highly favored, honestly. The only thing is I like spicy food at the beginning. Just anything that has a bit of sourness as well. My family reacted when I told them I was pregnant, and who did I tell first? So my family was super supportive. I cannot lie, super, super supportive. I was actually more nervous than for nothing. The first person I told was my husband. As you guys saw on the video, he was super excited. I just wish I recorded the phone conversation, but then he ended up telling his mom, because we were super close with the mom. So I gave my husband the honor to tell his mom, and then we prayed about it with the mom. Yeah, it was the best. And then I told my mom, and she was also super supportive. She congratulated me. And the next person that I told, and that was the next and the last person I told for my first trimester, was my friend Sandy. And that was it. So I waited, and then when my first trimester was almost over, then I shared with a bit of other kind of close friends that I had. How do I feel being a first time mom? It's a blessing. I've been waiting on God for this promise, and I knew that God was going to deliver it one day. I feel super excited, super happy. It comes with a lot of love, a lot of sacrifice, and I'm so excited. You guys just don't know the excitement I have deep in my heart to meet my baby. Emotions that come with it. Obviously, pregnancy has a lot of emotions. I'm not even gonna lie. I was very emotional. Honestly, I don't know why, but everything made me cry. You would literally say something to me, and even if you said it nicely, I would cry. Don't know why, but tears were flowing. You can go through 7 different emotions in one day in first trimester. My husband was like, he just would wake up and pray, and he's like, God, just give me the strength to be able to help babe to navigate the 10 emotions that she's going to go through today. Women, especially with your first time, you're also experiencing something you have never felt before. Your hormones are literally changing. And when I tell you it's like a 0 to 1,000 degree change, that's what's happening. So you need a very supportive partner, and you need people that are very supportive. Your first trimester, you actually need to tune everything off if you can, and tune in to who God has really created you to. And that's what I did. If you need to take time off from work and you know you can, please do it. If you one step at a time, you are going to be fine. But if you know you telling somebody is bringing chaos, shut it all off and just do you with your baby and God. Literally, that's the only advice I have for first trimester. Did I have any fears? Yes. So for me, my fears is more of giving birth and the rate of Black women and all of that. But we worked it out. You know, I pray about it a lot. Doc is very supportive. We talked about it. But as I keep praying, the fears kept going away, and I know that I'm in it. Lastly, my first trimester conclusion about pregnancy. Honestly, I'm highly favored by the Lord. My first trimester has been sparkling beautiful. Loved every part of it. And as I said, this is the one time you can only be a little bit selfish with yourself, because you need to take care of yourself fully, mentally, physically, spiritually, and everything in between. Hope to see you guys on the next Q&A that I will have for my trimester. If you have any questions or anything you would love to know about my pregnancy, please comment down below. I thank you guys for watching all the way to the end, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye.